Welcome folks, Peter here and welcome to the channel. If you're new here, don't forget to like and subscribe. And now let's get into today's video. In this video, I want to show you my latest and new to me parts bike. So let's take a look at it and we will talk a little about it. The Honda XL600 LM. I bought this for $300 and this thing is only good for parts, as you know already, because I'm a used parts dealer. So if you're situated in Europe, well, hell, maybe even in the US, I can get you any part that's on this bike shipped all the way to Europe and the US also. So let's take a closer look at it. As I already said, this is an 80s XL600. This is an XL600 LM. That means it has a big tank, and this bike has all of them been used and abused, ride hard, put out wet. So let's take a closer look at it. The mask is damaged, the tank has a big gouge into it. We're missing the plastics. The exhaust rattles like hell. So the exhaust is junk, and we have a pretty nice rear tire. The front one's in nah, but the main issue with this is obviously this. This engine has been taken apart. This is I think the PD04. Because it has the electric starter, and if you're familiar with these, you probably already know what's wrong with this motor. Well, it is not the crank. The crank is nice and solid, no play in it. The timing chain guides are worn as usual. But the main issue with this, you have the piston. Piston looks fairly good. As you can see, it didn't drop the valve. So let's put the piston back. The main issue is going to be, maybe you guessed it, in the head. So camshaft and our head itself. Come to me, baby. So let's take a look what's wrong with his head. At first glance, you can see that this bearing here is shot, and the camshaft is scored a little bit. But the main issue is here. I don't know if you can see that on the GoPro, but there's a lip. You can see it probably. This lip, this is where the camshaft originally was. Now it's not a camshaft anymore. It's a round shaft, almost. So the camshaft and the rockers been destroyed, and this was the end of this motorcycle. There is still a lot of good usable parts. The carbs are here, the piston and the cylinder is fine, the electrical system is fine, probably the bottom engine is fine, the starter clutch is fine, all that's good. And I want to talk to you about how YouTube can save these bikes for you. If you want one of these, in a couple years they will no longer be available, because these things were really popular. Then they were cheap. You could buy one of these for $750 in great shape. They are no longer in that shape. This engine is 100% fixable. You can get a machine shop to weld this on and machine it properly, or there can be a bronze sleeve or sleeve from another soft material put on. I also saw these camshafts on eBay, brand new. There was a guy from Israel, from Tel Aviv, selling those. I think like for like $100. And there was shipping. This would cost probably 150. So there is 400 in the head, almost, because we need new rockers, new camshaft, this resurfaced, probably the lapped valves at least, and then we can get this engine back and running. But it is not profitable for me. These are not project bikes for me. This is my job. I sell bikes and parts mainly. And so what I will end up doing is this engine will be parted out. But here is the thing. With the power of YouTube, these engines can be saved, because if you make $1 or $2 on these videos, you can spend those money on these engines, and we can or you can sell them as the whole functioning unit. I have already for this engine a complete gasket set from top to bottom, every gasket, every oil seal, everything. I bought it for one of my customers that never picked it up, so that set alone is worth $110, I think. So this engine in running condition in my area will bring $400 tops, and so it is not feasible for me to put in $200-300 and then find out that the transmission is bad, or there is some other issue along those lines. But as I said, the YouTube can save these bikes, save this engine for another guy that wants to work on them. So this is my message for today's video. So if I ever in the future will grow as a channel, this is what we will be doing. We will be saving these engines that somebody threw away, and I would part them out. But with a little bit of YouTube revenue, you can put these things back together and still sell them for those 400, and not lose any money. Even though if I were to put this bike back together with the engine running, it is a $750 bike. So there's no money for me to be made, so it will have to be parted out. So if you're interested in these parts from this bike, as I said, I will ship all around Europe. We can make a deal to the US also. I can make an eBay listing for you. You can pick that up, or we can come to an agreement outside an eBay. So let's wrap this video up with this message that YouTube can help people and help bikes to be saved. So with that, I'm out of here. Please subscribe, like, share the video. I have 120 subscribers right now, which I'm really thankful for. And the Social Blade ranking says that I will have probably 1,000 subscribers by 2 years from now. So if you can, help me get those a little bit more quicker. I'm out of here. Be safe out there. Bye.